good festive morning with home, and I'm Jason.
Good morning, everybody, and I'm Steve. And indeed, it is very festive. It's nearly Christmas. The big bloke's nearly coming. But before we get there, my poor old friend over here, bless him, is suffering somewhat. He's got a Christmas cold.
Yes.
Let's hope and pray. Well, let's hope it doesn't turn into man flu, mate, because that's you out the game for a month, isn't it?
I don't very often get ill. I've not had many days off ill in my whole life, probably about 5 in my whole life. And I only ever seem to get ill at Christmas. I seem to save up all my illnesses. The last 3 big colds I've had have always been over Christmas, never while I'm at work. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but never mind. Anyway, but I'm here. I'm here for you guys. And luckily, I can't spread my germs to the rest of the world. So thank you for coming and watching. And what are we talking about today, Stephen?
Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? It's Christmas. And of course, what does that conjure up? It conjures up memories. And what better thing to bring back memories than music and records?
Yes.
So the best and the worst Christmas records that we know of anyway.
That we know of.
What do you reckon?
I mean, we've got to throw out. I mean, we'll just throw out a few things first and just see where we go with it. Obviously, we've got to talk about Wham's "Last Christmas" because it is. I think it's been voted as the best Christmas record ever. And to be fair, it's a good record. It's a good feel-good record. It's a great video. It's good for us people of our later years. It's a reminder of the 80s. I think it came out in 1984. And I think it is a good record. I think it's got to be up there, hasn't it?
To me, that is the number one, to me. But it's all subjective. And it's only because that Christmas for me, I was a young man and I was earning money. In fact, I was in the Navy. And it was a brilliant Christmas. So for me, that will always be, that will be it. That's my number one Christmas song.
Is it?
No one could argue the point.
Straight out of bag then, Steve. You've shown your cards on the first record, which is what we just agreed we weren't going to do. But Steve's gone out there and doing it anyway.
No, wait a minute. No, wait. Because far more interestingly, in my opinion, is the worst of them.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, I mean, well, let's carry on with some of the good ones that come out first. We'll come to the worst ones in a minute. We've got the Mariah Carey one, which seems to kind of
nice.
I can't remember the title of the song even now, but I know it's a Mariah Carey one. Which is that one?
And it's vying for number one position right now as well.
Yeah, we've decided this one. We've decided this subject last minute, just so you know, because we're completely unprepared.
Yeah, we did.
Best.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to it.
If you know the answer, just give us in the comments because we can't even think about it now. And we've got Fairy Tale of New York by Kirsty MacColl and the late Shane MacGowan, which has been banned for the last few years on British radio for using the F word, you scumbag, you cheap lousy maggot. Even though it's not a slang word that we use it's very much an American slang term for being gay. It's not a term that we use over here. In fact, over here it means it's a food. Isn't it? Yeah, it's like a small, tasty as well. It's a small meatball. In fact, one of my friends answered a question: "Is name a food from your childhood that you miss?" And he used that word and was instantly banned from Facebook.
I got to say, when
24-hour ban.
It's perhaps the most unappetizing form of marketing. It's made by a company called Brains, for crying out.
Yeah, I know. So if you Google Brains and then the reason we're not saying the word, and I actually did start this conversation with Steve off the camera saying don't say that word, is because as soon as we say that word, we could potentially be banned or have this video not listed and blah 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 blah. So we've assumed not said, which is I think is a really poor show on society that you have words that you can't say. Because I can say gay, and it's absolutely fine. And in some countries it means the same thing, but again, in Britain it doesn't really mean the same thing. We know what it means because we've seen it on American television, but we don't use it. So, but anyway, so it's banned in British television. But obviously, since Shane MacGowan died very recently, It's all starting to be played again now, and it's probably going to be the Christmas number one. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't follow the charts, but I know it's certainly been played a lot more on the television and radio in the last few weeks.
Yeah. No, I know the Mariah Carey one. I've just caught a glimpse of this yesterday. As I say, this is a real lastminute.com for us on this one.
Yeah.
And I'm racking my brains to try and remember the pigging title of that song. And shamefully, I absolutely can't. So, but let's look at some more great ones. Slade, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
And it turned 50 this year, by the way.
Do you know how much they make of that every year? How much do you think
Well, it's
they
got
make
to be
of
at
that?
least £2.50. Go on.
It's a couple of million quid every year that song's worth to
Good
them
for
as a
them.
band. So you know, if I think it's All I Want for Christmas Is You. That's Mariah Carey. Look.
Oh, well done,
yeah.
mate.
All I Want for Christmas Is You. Yes. A couple of million quid, and I think it's the film Love Actually, where somebody earns money from some rich uncle who wrote a Christmas song one year, and that's how they make their money. But yeah, a couple of million quid every year. That's got to be worth something, isn't it? You know, well, it is worth something. It's worth a couple of million quid.
Interestingly enough, because they were a band when I was young, obviously,
Yeah.
and Noddy Holder was the lead singer, and I used to think he was brilliant, and there was someone else, they were brilliant, and do you know what? I used to think, why have you allowed him in this group? He's an outsider. There was a bloke called, and his first name was Dave. Can't remember his last name, and he was one of the guitarists. Yeah, and he basically had long hair with a fringe cut and all the other bits and pieces. And he wore stupid clothes, and I used to think, you don't even belong in that. What do you do? Anyway, he is the most successful of all of them.
Yeah.
He is such a top businessman, and he is literally a multi-millionaire. Not necessarily off the back of the group, but what he did going forward. So hats off to him, quite frankly.
Yes, he wore a hat, didn't he, as well?
I apologise for feeling how I did when I was young.
Roy Wood, Wish It Could Be Christmas Every Day.
Wizard. Brilliant.
Wizard.
Again, another brilliant one. All of an era. But have you noticed, Jay, that they're all of an era? And this isn't just you and me being nostalgic, because these are the ones that keep getting played all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, I think that's why they've kind of stayed around, because they've been around a long time. I mean, newer songs, I'm trying to think. There's that one who's in the X Factor. Oh, what was her name? I was listening to it the other day.
Fleur? No. Well, I'll talk about Ariana Grande while you're trying to think. So Santa Baby, that's a good one of hers.
Well, that's Madonna's though, wasn't it? That was Madonna's.
Before that, in all honesty, mate.
Yeah, it was Eartha Kitt. It was Eartha Kitt. Yeah, Eartha Kitt originally, but Madonna
no, that's not the song she sings. It's Santa, tell me, are you really there? If you won't be here next year. So it's not Santa, tell me.
That's not Ariana Grande, is it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, you've got to get down with the kids. I'm so sorry, man.
And then you've got the really old classics like White Christmas.
Yeah. Old Bing. I like the mix of that with David Bowie. Oh, that was like a drummer boy. That was quite good.
Yeah. Baby, Please Come Home.
Who?
Baby, Please Come Home. Christmas. By Darlene Love.
Oh, okay.
If I play it, you'll know it. But
all right,
yeah,
I believe you.
Baby It's Cold Outside, Ella Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Redone by Tom Jones as well.
Santa Claus Is Coming to Town, Michael the Jacksons.
Yes.
I mean,
and also Bruce Springsteen covered that.
There is one that it's number 9, but I kind of think it can come in the worst, because I don't really think of it as a Christmas. Although it's a Christmas, the reason it's a Christmas song here is because it got to Christmas. It got to number 1 or near the top of the charts during Christmas. It's Stay Another Day by E17.
Yeah,
it's just not Christmassy for me.
Yeah, well, they wore all the right Christmas gear in their video. If you remember, they had their puffer jackets on with, and there was lots of snow in the background.
Yeah.
But I never really liked E17. Got to be honest.
No, I'm not a massive fan. Wonderful Christmas by Paul McCartney, of course.
That was good. That was all right.
Yeah. Driving Home for Christmas by Chris Rea.
Oh, come on. Brilliant.
Driving Home for Christmas.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
That's my number 2, actually.
Frosty the Snowman. Is that the Jacksons again?
No,
They
it was
did
way
that.
before then.
I think they did, didn't
I
they?
want to think it's the Ronettes, but I might be wrong.
Happy Christmas War is Over by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. I mean, come on, that's a pretty good song. No,
Didn't do it for
no,
me. Oh, what
no.
about Jonah Louie and Can't
Yes,
Stand the
Stop the
Cavalry?
Cavalry. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not, again, not really a Christmas song as in lyrically, is it? But it's a good Christmas song.
No.
So let's talk about some of the worst ones.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, okay, so for me, one of the worst ones was Mel. It used to be on the TV.
Oh, yeah, Mel Smith and Chris Rufus Jones.
Thank you ever so
Yeah,
much.
and Kim
Yeah,
Wilde.
it was awful.
Yeah.
Rocking around the Christmas tree. It was awful.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to, wasn't it a comedy one? Was it for comic relief or
It
something?
was, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was meant to be a bit tongue in cheek.
I've got to
So
say, uh, I'm going to get hated for saying this, but anything by Cliff Richard, really. Mistletoe and
oh,
Wine. You know, I mean, he went for a spate of like being desperate to get Christmas #1 every year. I mean, he's obviously a deeply religious man, and Christmas means more than it does to most people. But you know, and I can't. Every time I think of Mistletoe and Wine, I see him swinging his arms up, and you know, he did that thing where he's swinging his arms up and
yeah,
down,
you're right.
and
You're
it's like,
right.
oh, please, Cliff, just put it away for Christmas now. Just stop it. There was a
Bow out
spate.
gracefully.
There was a spate of
Don't
every
watch
year,
tennis.
like 6 weeks before Christmas. He'd bring out a record like desperate to be Christmas #1. Whether he just
Yeah.
knows it's Christmas coffers are get filled up, you know. Now the other one, again, I'm going to get hated for this one. Do They Know It's Christmas by Band Aid? I mean, I love the sentiment behind it, but it's a pretty shit record, really, isn't it?
It really is a shit record. When you
Yeah.
actually listen to the word, there won't be snow in Africa. Of course, there won't be snow in
No,
fucking
I
Africa.
bet there might be on the mountains. You never know. There's snow in Australia on the mountains. Not
Well,
Christmas though, in the summer.
okay, but dear me, no,
Yeah,
I no. That I like the sentiment behind it, and I like
yeah.
the idea, and I like what good came out of it. But the actual song itself was no, it was a bit crap, wasn't it?
Now here's one that you probably don't know about. It's not necessarily a Christmas song, but a Christmas album. Now, as you know, I'm a big Billy Idol fan.
Yes.
Billy Idol brought out a Christmas album,
Oh dear.
and
Okay.
he covered, you know, White Christmas and all the classics, and he's there kind of trying to croon away this. And it's, I mean, talk about I need some cash. What can I do? I know I do a Christmas album. I mean, that's almost as bad as the amount of greatest hits albums that he did. You know what I mean? It's just honestly, it's just yeah. Why would you? Why would you?
Well, do you want to know my worst?
Go
Do you
on,
want to know my worst one? And I've
go on,
actually tried to lock it out of my brain, if I'm honest,
go
and
on.
now it's back in there again. It isn't a Christmas song per se, but I'm fairly sure it got to. For some reason, I associate it with Christmas, and I've tried very hard not to. And it's freaking the Brighouse and Rustic Quarrel, whatever it is, and it was sang by Terry Wogan.
Oh, I don't think I heard that one.
Oh my god.
Oh, the floral dance. That's the floral dance. The
Yes,
floral dance. That wasn't a
yes.
Christmas one, was it?
I think it might have been.
It might
I
have
think
been.
it might. Yeah.
Yes, I
Oh,
do
and
remember it. Remember it in the charts. Go
what
on.
about Mr. Blobby? Christmas. Freaking Mr. Blobby got to Christmas one year. Got
We've
to
got to
the number
explain
one.
who Mr. Blobby is for people that don't know. So Mr. Blobby was a character on a game show. It was a game. I think it was a game show.
Yeah,
And he's
Noel Edmonds.
basically a big pink man in a blob suit. It's just literally a blob with yellow spots, and doesn't say anything, does he? He just kind of
Blobby, Blobby, Blobby. That's what it said.
is all he does, and he had a Christmas record. Yeah,
Yeah. As you can
that's
imagine.
yeah, that's not good. But yeah, I think definitely the worst for me is Cliff Richard. But let's talk about the best ones for you personally. So your best, I think you've already let the
Oh, it
rabbit out of the
is.
hat.
Yeah, no, it is.
Last
It is. It
Christmas.
is. Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry. It just happens you spoke about it first. So we clearly don't rehearse these. So, yeah. And it is purely because of nostalgia. I mean, it's a
Okay.
brilliant song, brilliant video. And bear in mind, we're talking early days, really, of videos being
Yeah.
associated
Yeah.
with music. And just good song, good lyrics. It made sense, you know. It was a boy meets girl, lost the girl, and then realised he prefer a boy. But I don't think that was quite in the
No,
lyrics
that's
there.
a bit
But
later. That comes with freedom, I think.
I
Yeah.
think it was, yes. But nevertheless, I associate that with a wonderful Christmas when I actually had some money in my pocket and I was old enough to enjoy things and go to the pub and do bits and pieces like that. So to me, that's it. And followed closely by Chris Rea, Driving Home for Christmas,
Well,
purely because great.
for me, it's I Believe in Father Christmas by Greg Lake.
Okay.
Do you know that one? I believe in Father
Yes, I
Christmas.
do
Da,
know it.
da, da.
Yes, yeah,
It's just got
yeah.
atmosphere and it's just a really well put together record. It's not too over the top Christmas jingle bells and all the rest of it. I think it's a really, really nice record. And I just think it's probably my favourite one of all to listen to.
Okay.
Followed closely by, and I'm not a fan of this artist in any way, shape, or form, Christopher Spaceman Came Travelling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Both very analytical songs.
Yeah, I mean, Spaceman Came Travelling. I mean, I like the sentiment behind it. You know, Jesus was an alien and all the rest of it. You know, I do kind of like all that, and I think it's quite a good song. You know, it's got a nice. Again, it's not all like jingle bells, and it's not too over the top kind of cliche Christmas, but I think it's a good song. So they're my two. But saying that, you know, I don't really listen to Christmas records. I don't have the radio on coming up to Christmas. I have put them on today. I'll probably put them on when the kids are here tomorrow and tomorrow and Monday. And that's my top two best, and my worst has got to be Mistletoe and Wine.
Well, okay. What about yours, guys? What do you lot
Yes.
like and don't like? You may well have songs that we've never heard of, to be truthful.
Yes,
And
especially
we'd
if you're from
love
different
to hear them.
countries. Yes, but you know, this is a very
Yeah.
British perspective. Some of them don't travel. You know, not all of those songs travel as well. Cliff Richard, people may in other countries may not even know who he is. So yeah, please let us know what you like. And Steve, tell me what you're doing on Christmas Day. I want to know. Tell the people what you're doing on Christmas Day.
Oh, okay, mate. Well, obviously, my teeth back in. There's the three of us. So myself, my wife, and my daughter. So my daughter's just turned 15. So it's still, you know, quite nice. She lives at home, obviously. Now my mum lives just round the corner, literally down the same close, but just round a little bit down there. So we lost my dad 4 years ago now. And so she'll be coming to us for Christmas dinner. So that's what we do. It's nice this year because my wife, who's a chef, isn't working. So we've actually got Christmas Day together. So that's rather nice. So we'll get up in the morning. Me being me, I'll be up at 5 because I've never grown up, and Santa's coming in here at the end of the day. So I'll get up nice and early. I love doing that. We're gonna have very traditional. We are very traditionalists. So I've got to be honest with you. So for breakfast we have scrambled egg and smoked salmon on this whatever toast it is sort of thing, which is lovely, with a glass of orange juice or a Bucks Fizz, really, maybe even a Bucks Fizz first thing in the morning. And then Pam will do an amazing dinner because she always, God bless her, does. So we will eat a lot. So in the morning we'll be took up with eating breakfast, opening presents, eating dinner, which will go on for hours, if I'm honest. And then another little tradition we have is after dinner presents. So when you think it's all over and finished, no, there's another present to open, you see, but you only get it after your dinner. So that's always quite a nice thing. So we do after dinner presents, and then we'll perhaps we'll fall asleep, the truth be told, and then my mother will go home. And then it'll just be spent chilling and then grazing, I suppose, if we're still hungry, and bits and pieces like that.
You won't be hungry, but you'll just be doing it just for the hell of it, won't you?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then Boxing Day, my sister and brother-in-law coming up from Leicester, and they'll be going to my mother's house. So Charlie and I, Pam's working on Boxing Day, but Charlie and I will then go round about lunchtime. We'll have a buffet at my mum's. Will join us when she finishes work at about 4 o'clock, and we'll have something else to it. Oh, there's more presents there because Tracy and Mark bring up the presents from them.
Very good, mate.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh well, I haven't got quite the essay that you've got there, Steve. I've got my daughter. My daughter, who's a nurse who lives in Suffolk, is coming up with her boyfriend, fiance, sorry, Christmas Eve, and staying over Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And Christmas Day, we have my 3 daughters and their 3 partners coming for Christmas dinner. We don't do a lot of presents. We've scaled it right down now. We're trying to. I believe we live in a society where we all have too much now. So we can't do the Secret Santa now between us all. So we all get one present each, one bigger present each, and so we don't do a lot of presents. We try not to just go over the top with buying shit that you don't need. Basically, my philosophy in life. So we'll all have dinner, and then in the evening, my oldest daughter, we're going back to her house. For more drinks and tequila and to get absolutely shit-faced. And her husband's family's coming over, which my daughter got married in Mexico this year, early on in the year. So basically the whole crew that went to Mexico will be at her house for the evening where we go out and get drunk. Boxing Day is the only day my wife's got off, just with me and her, so we just stay at home and do nothing. Basically, got a bit of a party on the Friday at home with some friends going around, and then over to my sister's on New Year's Eve. And that's my Christmas.
Nice.
There you go. So let us know what you do for Christmas.
Who's
Sarah's
cooking Christmas?
Well, actually, no. My daughter's cooking. My youngest daughter's cooking. She really likes cooking, so she's going to cook the dinner. My other daughter's going to do the desserts and bring them over. And so we got a bit.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Joint effort.
Yes. All good, mate. All good. Well, thank you. Thank you all very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah.
Not just
throughout the year.
Throughout the whole year. Yeah.
And getting us up to 44,000 subscribers. We very much appreciate that. So please like the video, watch the video, give us a thumbs up. And most important, Steve, especially at Christmas,
ring out those Christmas bell ends. Here we go.
Ding, 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 ding. Thanks very much for watching. Have a wonderful Christmas, and we will see you all just before New Year next week.
Well, yeah. All being well, we will.
Yeah. If Steve's not exploded himself with turkey, then we'll be here. Thanks very much for watching.
Have a great Christmas, everybody.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye. Merry Christmas.